here for more. It's more. You know it's more. That's why you keep listening to me. That's why you hate it at that job. That's why you're frustrated every time you come home. That's why you keep shutting off social media. I need to tell somebody this. Social media ain't the problem. The problem is every time you scroll through your feed, you're reminded of dreams you put down. That's the problem. So you can get rid of social media every year if you want to, every month. I know people every month, I got off social media. Well, I thought you were off last month. Well, I got off again. Yeah, the problem is you keep being drawn back to it because it's not the social media that's the problem. The problem is that you're being reminded of all the times you drop stuff. Because some of you've dropped your own dreams and you've picked up fragments of other pieces of other people's dreams and you're calling your own and it's not your own. That's why you're frustrated. Stop barking at your kids. Stop being mad at your spouse. Stop fussing at the cat. It's you that's the problem. It's you. You dropped your dreams. You dropped what it was you were supposed to do.
You're watching Darrell J. Bennett Live. I'm so excited to be with you, and I can't wait to help you live a higher, more prosperous, more powerful, and more purpose-filled life. Let me tell you about myself. I'm Darrell J. Bennett. I wrote my first book at 18 years old. I started my first company at 21, and I graduated from Harvard Law School at 24. I know how to help people move into another stratosphere of destiny, to operate at a higher level. And that's what I'm here to help you do. I'm Darrell J. Bennett on Darrell J. Bennett Live. You don't want to miss this. Your life is never going to be the same again.
Today we're going to talk about getting off of Someday Isle, Someday Isle, Someday Island. That's where some of you are living. You're living there. You're talking about someday, what you're going to do. Can I say something really quickly? Someday ain't on the calendar. It's not. There's Monday, there's Tuesday, there's Wednesday, there's Thursday, there's Friday, where we at today, there's Saturday, there's Sunday, but it's no such thing as someday. Today is our masterpiece. Today, I'm going to talk you off of Someday Isle. Today, I'm going to sit with you for the next 15 minutes and tell you why it is that you need to get off of Someday Isle and how I can help you get off of Someday Isle, how I can help you get unstuck. You see this lady walking around with this big ball and chain. We've all been there. We've all been there because we told ourselves we were going to do something and then we didn't do it. We didn't do it. And we came up with an excuse. We came up with a reason for why it didn't work, why we didn't start it, why we didn't finish it, why we didn't complete it. The government, the economy, the White House, the Democrats, the Republicans, but I want to talk to you today about what you can do where you are right now. One of my favorite people in the world, Theodore Roosevelt, said, you have to learn to do what you can with what you have right now. I talked to so many people who were telling me about what they would do if they had. So I already told you about Someday Isle, Someday Island. That's that island that people are living on. It's someday. But one of the things that a lot of people who are living on Someday Isle also have a problem with, they have the problem of if I. Darrell, if I had more money, I would do it. If I had a different degree, Darrell, see, if I had the degree you had, I would have been able to restart quicker in life. But maybe you don't, right? Just like I don't have something you have. But what are you going to do with what you have right now? What are you going to do with what you have right now? Today is our masterpiece. I want you to write that down. I'm going to be with you for the next, I said 15 minutes. Give me 13 more minutes. Let me set a timer because I have something that I want to share with you. I want to share with you about how to get unstuck. I want to talk to you about how to get out of the place that you've been in, talking about what you're about to do, what you're going to do. And respectfully, you've lost respect for yourself. You've lost respect for yourself because you keep putting stuff on the vision board. You keep putting stuff on lists and you haven't followed through with it. And I've come to tell you, I've come to remind you, I've come to shake you out of your low. We got to get you off of Someday Isle. We've got to get you off of the place of talking about what you will do down the road. You can't live in the future. You can't live in the past. That's what the lady's dealing with right here with the ball and chain. We've all been there trying to get further, but the chain is holding you. The self-limiting beliefs, the paradigm, the voice in your head. For some of you, that's what's keeping you stuck. It's a voice. It's a voice. It's a voice that's telling you, you can't do that. You're not going to be able to do it. Don't listen to him. That was his story. You can't do that. There's a voice. It's a voice. I've come to kill it. I've come to talk so loud and so vociferously in your soul and your spirit that you won't even sleep tonight until you do what you've been assigned to do. You've been assigned to do something. You've been assigned. You weren't just born. You were sent. There's a divine calling over your life. There's a spiritual birthright. It's not just about a job. It's about your work. You've been sent to do something. You have an assignment, and I want to talk to you about that for the next, how many minutes do I have, y'all? Because I want to stay on track. I did it the wrong way. Okay, so I have, what did I tell you? 15 minutes. I'm 1 minute and 20 seconds in. I'm starting here now, all right? I should have done it the other way where I did the timer. I want to talk today about how to get off of someday hour. What do you need to do? First of all, you need to get recommitted to your goal. Recommitted. Let me start at the beginning. Do you have a goal? Do you have a goal? Do you have something you're shooting for? It amazes me how many people, when you ask them about their goals, they're not clear about their goals. They're not clear about where they want to go. If you get into the car and you give you using the GPS, they want an exact coordination, right? So you may not know the exact coordinates, but they want an exact address. They need something. They need an intersection. It's not enough to say, I want to go east. I want to go east. I want to get to New York. That's what some of you have been doing. I want a better job. Okay, well, who doesn't? I want a higher calling or higher sense of calling. I want more confidence. Yeah, things that aren't measurable. I want to get you to the place where you have a goal that's specific, that's measurable, that's action-oriented, that's real time, that's time measurable, that's a deadline. I heard T.D. Jakes say it this way. The difference between a dream and a goal is a goal has a deadline on it. It has accountability. That's what some of you need. You need accountability. You need discipline. You need to put something on it that'll make you get up and do something. When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? When are you going to stop talking about what you're going to do and what you're about to do? And when are you actually going to do it? So do you have a goal? Do you have a very clear goal? Do you write it down? Are you getting up in the morning and focusing on what it is that you want to get done? Can I tell you something? Successful people are focused on higher intention. Everybody else gets stuck in lower concerns. Everybody else is talking about the bills. Everybody else is talking about all the problems in their life. Everybody got a problem. But are you willing to get your mind to a higher intention? How can you do that? I want you to start spending the first 1% of your day. That's 14.4 minutes. That's 14 minutes, 24 seconds. I want you to spend the first 1% of your day focused on higher intention, talking about where you want to go. You see this lady? At least she seems to be going somewhere. She got the ball and chain. Yeah, but I'm going to give her some credit. She's going somewhere. Where are you going? You can talk to people and it's clear that they don't know where they're going. They don't know where they're going in their job. They don't know where they're going in their career. They don't know where they want their business to go to. Where are you going? Is it written down? Write the vision, make it plain so they may run with it. You're trying to run with something you haven't written down. You're trying to write down something you ain't clear about in your mind. So first we got to get clear. With 3 minutes and 50 seconds in. I told you I only got 15 minutes. I get excited about this because this is what I was born to do. I was sent to do. This is my work to remind you you're here for more. It's more. You know it's more. That's why you keep listening to me. That's why you hate it at that job. That's why you're frustrated every time you come home. That's why you keep shutting off social media. I need to tell somebody this. Social media ain't the problem. The problem is every time you scroll through your feed, you're reminded of dreams you put down. That's the problem. So you can get rid of social media every year if you want to, every month. I know people every month, I got off social media. Well, I thought you were off last month. Well, I got off again. Yeah, the problem is you keep being drawn back to it because it's not the social media that's the problem. The problem is that you're being reminded of all the times you drop stuff. Because some of you've dropped your own dreams and you've picked up fragments of other pieces of other people's dreams and you're calling your own and it's not your own. That's why you're frustrated. Stop barking at your kids. Stop being mad at your spouse. Stop fussing at the cat. It's you that's the problem. It's you. You dropped your dreams. You dropped what it was you were supposed to do. Who were you in your mind before the world told you what you couldn't be? Who did you believe you could be before you started listening to folks and saying, well, you can't do that? Y'all need to read my book, Come Back Swinging. They threw all kind of dirt on my name. I'm still winning. I'm winning more before when they were throwing the dirt on my name. You need to know what it's like to go through a life-changing experience, but come out on the other side better. I have every excuse to sit down and shut up. You hear me? You want to know how many people are saying, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. I can't spend my whole life focused on what other people might think about me if I go and do what I'm supposed to do. I got to be called to do something and be great about it. Now, you've been called. You've been served. The question is, are you going to answer it? You know something? Your vision, let me put it another way. Pain will push you until your vision pulls you. I had to learn that the hard way. That's for somebody. Stop getting mad at the pain. The pain is a symptom that you're out of alignment. The pain is a sign that you're not in the place where you're divinely supposed to be. The pain is, let me go here. This is where you need to be, where skills, where strengths, where passions intersect and they overlap. It's a reason why we call it a purpose and a calling, because it's a place where you're mostly aligned, where your gifts, your natural native abilities are paired with your skills. See, this is where education has failed the world. It's failed the country. Even the best schools, so-called schools, I call them, they have, and I don't say that derisively, but we were supposed to learn in school how to be great. And somehow we learned about how other people were great. That ain't no education at all. That's information. That's the problem. You have a lot of information, but you're still trying to get educated. Education is using the faculties of your mind to get further, to go higher, to lift your family out of the place that you were born into. You're only going to do that when you're able to pair your skills with your native abilities, with your strengths, with your gifts. First thing most teachers tell you is sit down, shut up, and we're going to tell you about folks that lived 300 years ago. But that ain't helping you. That's not helping you. What you need to know is insight. What's great about you? What's special about you? What's unique about you? And I'm not talking about just from an inspirational sense that makes you feel good, but something that makes you confident, where you know I have value in the marketplace. This is something that I can do that nobody else can do it as well as I can do it. What is that for you? Then you pair them with your skills. Stop being so focused on what you want to learn before you understand what you came with. You were born great. You were born rich. You might be short on cash, but you were already born rich. Now, we got 8 more minutes. We have 8 more minutes. And I want you to get this. I want you to get, first of all, if you're listening to me and you say, you know what, Darrell, you're right. I know there's more for me. And I've been living on Someday Isle. I've been living on the island. I've been living on the island of someday. I've been talking about this thing that I was going to do, and I've been talking about it for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, and I haven't done anything. Yeah, I got a book, but I haven't done anything. Only in America do we think getting a book is an action step. That ain't an action step. That's a prereq. That's a prereq. That's a prereq. We're not going to count that. That ain't 101. That's 001. You're supposed to get the book. You're supposed to apply for the school. You're supposed to, well, that ain't action. I want you to do something that gets you excited about the future, that gets you excited about your next step. Are you enthusiastic about your future? I mean, isn't that what it's supposed to be about? Aren't you supposed to get up with purpose and pride and confidence, knowing that there's something great that I do? So I want you to ask yourself, do I have a goal? Do I have a goal? Do I have an intention? Do I have an intention? Am I just getting up? Am I just getting up? Or do I have something centrally that I'm focused toward? Is it something that I'm going toward? Do I have a North Star? That's where we want to start with. Then I want you to ask, who do I have in my corner that's helping me get there? I'll tell you if you're on Someday Isle. If you're in the same place you were a month ago with your goal, that's Someday Isle. That's Someday Isle. I want you to call me. I want to help you. I want to help you mastermind this thing. I want to help you strategize it. Where 2 or 3 are gathered, there the divine presence is in the midst. You need to understand that some things only happen when you get in groups, when you have other people who can help you strategize and think through the thing. When you have other people that's got the blueprint that can say, wait a minute, I don't think you should do it that way. I think you should maybe finesse it this way. You need somebody that can help you strategize your next move. The best thing my father ever taught me was how to play chess, because it taught me, even at a young age, you got to be focused on the next move. You have to be focused on the next thing. You can't be focused just on what's happening right now. You need people in your life that's going to say, wait a minute, I see you doing that right now, but have you thought about 4 years from now? Have you thought about when ChatGPT really takes full integration and has full public adoption? What's that going to look like for where you're at now? I was just talking to somebody. She has a publishing company. I said, look, let me tell you something. You might be doing well now, but you need to check out ChatGPT. ChatGPT gonna make it such that if you just publishing people's books and writing and editing, I don't know, may not make it coming 4 or 5 years, even 4 or 5 months down the road. She was like, I don't know about that. She said, no, what we do is what we do. I said, check out ChatGPT. She sent me a video or a text. Probably about 2 minutes later, she said, I was on there, and I'm not going to lie, it made me think completely different. Yeah, I want you to be prepared. I had a pastor that taught me. I have a pastor that taught me. I'm going to tell you something, Darrell. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. I don't want you to be the lady with the ball and chain. I don't want you to be unawares. I want you to call me. I want you to contact me. Let me tell you a little bit about me. All right, let me tell you a little bit about me. My name is Darrell J. Bennett, and let me tell you something. I'm the comeback king. Y'all need to read my book. I thought I had it with me. Comeback Swinging. I need to flash that across the screen because I'm going to tell you what a comeback story looks like. Comeback isn't about going to where you were. That's not comeback. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about real restoration. Restoration is being seated where you were supposed to be before the thing happened. Seated where you're supposed to be before the stuff happened. Can I tell you something? The adversity in your life is probably what's going to open you up to another side of who you are. That's for some of you. What's going to help you pull that ball and chain is meeting the higher level of yourself. I had to meet another version of myself. I had to meet a different version of myself. Wasn't happy how I had to meet him, but I would have never been this person had I not been through certain experiences. You see where the lady is? She looked like she's in a barren wilderness, but you got to go through the wilderness to get to the promised land. Somebody understands that. You don't just go to the promised land. You have to go through it to get to it. Somebody needed to hear that because you keep talking down on yourself and you're judging yourself because of your journey. And I want you to back off of yourself and understand we all had to go through it. Now, what are you going to do with it now? You cannot put the toothpaste back in the tooth bottle. You cannot change the time you got out of bed this morning. It happened. Now, what do you do? That's what I teach people. How do you pivot now? I know people that are still talking about, I'm waiting for the world to go back. Good luck. There is no back. We were at home sitting around for 18 months. At the least, for some of us, 2-3 years, the world has changed. Every system has changed. Stop talking about what it used to be. That's holding you back. That's the lady with the ball and chain talking about what was and what could have been. You cannot live your life from a space of what could have been. I want to show you how to do what my man Theodore Roosevelt said. Do what you can with what you have now. That's what I had to do when I was rebuilding my life. I didn't have time to keep talking about what had happened and what was the case before. When I got out of that federal prison system, I had to figure out how to shift, how to repivot, how to shift, how to rebrand, how to use what I could. I couldn't keep talking about what wasn't there. Can I tell you something? You will make it from what is still there. You will only succeed with what you have now. There's something in the house that you have now. Stop talking about if that didn't happen. That's if I had more money, you don't. Maybe one day, but you don't. You start right where you are. And I get excited about this because when you recognize that your future is now, I got 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Come on, y'all. Y'all doing this to me. I wish I had more time. If you recognize today as your masterpiece, how would you live? If you recognize that today is your masterpiece, not tomorrow, today. Tomorrow isn't promised, today. I don't know what happened yesterday, today. You got another 24 hours. You got another $86,000 plus, they say, if it's $1 for every second. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with the time? I want to encourage you to remind yourself today's your masterpiece. Today you can take an action. Today is the day of deliverance. Today is the moment that you shift it all. Now, this is my offer. You need to call me. You need to call me at this number. Somebody will pick up. If not me, somebody on my team. Somebody. We've got an international team and I'm building it out. I'm building it. Listen, we're building the plane in the air because obviously I have help, but I need even more help because I have a goal and I've always had a goal to empower 1 billion lives in my lifetime. I ain't going to do that by myself. I ain't going to do that with 4 or 5 people. I know I need a group and we're bringing more people on. But listen to what I'm saying. I want you to reach out to me at 888-571-3989. It's coming down the bottom if you need help strategizing your next move. Now, I didn't get to talk about my legal background. I'm talking about the fact that I help people understand their legal rights. I help people understand what their next steps are legally. Yeah, I can help you there. I can also help you on the business side. I can also help you strategize what you gonna do What's your next step? What about now? There's a lot of people that are shifting in their careers. They're shifting in their profession. Systems are moving. We're all having to rethink and rechange some things. And I want you to understand you don't have to do it alone. But lastly, this is my offer for you. My offer for you is that if you listen to me today and you say, Darrell, I know there's more for me. I know there's more. I know it. I know it. I know it. I'm like the lady with the ball and chain. I know where I'm trying to go. At least she ain't just sitting there. I know where I'm trying to go. I see where I'm trying to go, Darrell. I see it. I have it clearly. I got it even written down, but I keep getting held back. I keep getting held back. Every time I get out, y'all remember Godfather, y'all remember Godfather, where he was in the road and after they had shot up his house and he said, every time I get out, they keep pulling me back in. Remember that part? I felt Al Pacino because we've all had that moment in the story of our lives, in the movie of our lives, where every time you felt like this is my breakthrough. This is my moment. Yes, I got it. And every time there's something that seems like it wants to pull you back to your back self, pull you back in your old paradigm, pull you back in your old mindset, pull you back to the life that you said, no, I'll never live it again. But I've come to tell you that you don't have to do it alone. And I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. And I've got courses to help you. I've got a course where it's called Create Your Own Economy. I walk people through, real simple. This is a self-guided course. I walk you through in 7 video lectures how you can begin to build your business and brand right from where you are with what you have, not with what you don't have. We can't keep talking about what we don't have. Or if I, how to get off of Someday I'll Now. I'll encourage you to check that out and make sure you get the link down here. Go to darrellbennett.com. Go there and you'll see the link to get right there. And then the second course is how to help people get into the Ivy League. Ivy League just isn't a type of school. It's a standard. I get that. It's a standard. It's a gold standard. What's your Ivy League? That's all I'm asking. What's your Ivy League? What's the goal that people said, it ain't no way that you can do it? That's what I want to help you get. You want to know how many people were saying that? And the main people that were saying that, and they always be saying that, those are the ones that are first to be on my Facebook, my social media, my Instagram, my TikTok, whatever it might be on. I knew you'd do it, Darrell. Yeah, of course. But I love you. I really do. I love you because if more of us realize this, what I'm trying to share with you, it would be a better world. We wouldn't have to talk about some of the divisiveness that we talked about if we all knew and had an assurance as something great, powerful, spectacular, and amazing to bring the world. And I'm going to use what I have now. And today is our masterpiece. Reach out to me, y'all. More to come. Much more to come. Love you all. Peace.